Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out. Outside the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to the old apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya from GMI Chicago, coming at you again. I'm looking for something. With a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Today's lesson, as you see, the importance of being learned, all right? Because, matter of fact, I had a lesson put down, but I'm going to start with this. Hebrews, the 5th chapter, 5 and 12. For in the time ye ought to be teachers, for when, 12 o'clock. Salakia. Text the brothers back about camp. Hebrews 5 and 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which will be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such that have need of milk and not strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full age, even those who by reason of use, all right, which to try things out, all right, have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil, all right. So it's called experience, right? So those are learned men, and learned men become learned men so they could teach other men, all right. So let's hop straight into it. This is the importance of studying and becoming learned in things of that nature, right? So, yeah, put the camera a little. How do I? All right, yeah, so I messed up the screen. So let's jump straight into it, right? This is Acts 20 and 28. Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Ghost hath made you overseers, to feed the church of Yahweh, when he hath purchased them with his own blood. All right, so you're supposed to be an overseer of the flock, all right? It says, take heed unto thyself and to the flock. So you got to make sure that you're eating and teaching the right things, right? And in turns, you got to make sure you're giving the sheep the right things to eat, to be nutrients into them, right? To make sure they're getting a quality meal, a quality spiritual meal, right? It says, right, because it's just like in today's world. If you ain't watching what you eat, you're going to be out of weight, you're going to be sick, things of that nature. Same thing with the doctrine, okay? So you got to take heed to that. This is 1 Timothy 4 and 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine, not doctrines, all right? Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, which is the body or the order of elders. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them. So reading, exhortation, doctrine, you gotta give yourself completely to Yahweh Shem Shai when it comes to this thing of ours, man. All right? And it's all for our benefit. I'm just going to explain that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. All right? So it's about the proper doctrine. All right, we're not only doing this thing for our own souls, but for other brethren that's out there. All right, teaching younger men that's under us, having them follow in our footsteps as we follow in the men footsteps before us. All right, Paul, Peter being an example. And who was Paul and Peter an example of? Yahweh Shai. Come follow ye me, for I'm an example of Hamashiach. Okay? This is 2 Timothy 2:15. Study. So give thyself wholly to reading, exhortation, doctrine. All right? So this is a precept for that. All right? 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved. So you got to actually get into the word, get into the spirit, watching the videos, getting into the etymology of words. All right? Looking up the Hebrew and the Greek and getting the origins and getting the context of the scriptures so you can have a better understanding. So when somebody comes with a younger brother or anybody comes with a question, you will know how to properly answer that question according to the scriptures, according to the Holy Ghost. All right? So that's the importance of being a learned man. Study to show thyself approved of Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So you have to rightly divide the word of truth. You got to know how to do that. And that doesn't just happen overnight. You have to be taught. You have to learn. All right, like I started with the Hebrews 5 and 12. All right? First Peter 3 and 15. But sanctify Yahweh thy power in thy hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that answer you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So for brother, somebody come up, they got an answer or a question about the Bible, we should be able to always be ready to give an answer. That's why you have to study to show yourself approved. We have to be able to feed these people adequate food, spiritual food. All right? Nutritious food. Nutritious spiritual food. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. All right? So you got to know the scriptures in and out. What did Yahweh Shem Shai tell Ezekiel and John? All right? John of the island of Patmos. All right? You got to eat the roll. You got to digest the roll. All right? And then that food, that spiritual food, just like when you eat regular food, it goes through your body and turns into what? Energy. All right? It's beneficial for your body. So how much more your spiritual body? Or your spiritual being. All right? Ecclesiastes cuss, which is Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies, scriptures, the Holy Ghost, right? And having the understanding thereof, right? He will keep the sayings of renowned men, all right, which are men of valor that was before him, who may have taught him, and whose subtile parables are. He will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of the grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. All right, so you have to be meditating in the law, in the Bible. Hey, put it this way: you always have to be in the spirit, one way or another. And I'm not saying you're always going to be in the spirit. Sometimes you're going to have your downtime, your leisure time to not fuck off, but it's a balance to this thing. All right? But you still have to have that appetite. Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. And what does the book of the law consist? Prophecies, law, statutes, commandments, all right, history. So all these things are profitable. They would have said these things written aforetime for our learning, right? I believe that's written in Romans. Okay? That thou mayest observe and do according to all that is written therein, for then shalt thou make thy way prosperous. Right? What I've been saying, these things are beneficial to not only us, but the men that follow us. Right? The hopeful elect. And then thou shalt have good success. All right? So it's for our benefit. Sirach 6:37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of Yahweh and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. All right. So it's key to be a learned man or try to become a learned man so you can teach other men younger than you. So hey, sometimes you ain't gonna know it all, but that's why we're a body. A brother may be more well versed in the history. So you link up with that brother and get the breakdowns. Or a brother more well versed in the prophecy, get the breakdowns. Brother well versed in the Hebrew, hey, get the understanding, man. All right. So it can be beneficial to you, and not only yourself, the man that's listening to you. All right. So with that, hey, I pray that was edifying. I'm saying all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect wherever you may be. Bye bye.